So my name is Kane Te Tai, and I am in my 30s, and I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. When I first heard about the war in Ukraine, I kind of thought that maybe possibly it was going to blow over and wouldn't take very long. But you know, months on, look, here we still are. I definitely didn't think I'd be here, but here I am. Originally, I had come here to help out with humanitarian aid. So just trying to put my hands into good use. Coming from the military myself, as I understood the risks, and I had the skills to sort of be able to be in a country that was, you know, ravaged by war. It didn't take too long before I had a few friends that were starting a group that was working alongside with the Ukrainian military, and they were like, hey, you know, we could use your skills. So yeah, in the end, it was about putting the best skill set that I had at the time, and also being able to do sort of the best work I could to contribute to, you know, success for this country. For me, war is an escape. You know, it's an escape from my life at home. You know, I didn't have a terrible life at home, but it's just very boring. And when I come here, I wake up every morning and there's always something new to do. There's always a purpose. And as I've come along and I've met more and more people from Ukraine, including people from the church, as well as people that I'm fighting alongside now from different parts of Ukraine, it's become a very personal sort of thing. So for something which started off very selfish, it became a lot more, and now, you know, I just want to see it through. So then my friends, the family I've made here, you know, they all have somewhere to call home, and it is truly their home. You know, it's not dominated by another country or by another person. You know, it is truly Ukrainian, and it will always be Ukrainian. You know, I was brought up in a very strict family, you know, with some parents that, you know, were very, very physically strict as well. So for that part, it made me strong in that sort of sense, and it gave me a survivor mentality. So now, being in this place here, it is just like everything else I've ever been born and brought up with. So it's no change. It's no change. Yes, it's a war, but the discipline and the drive it takes to survive is something that was instilled in me at a young age, and it was something that I fostered throughout my schooling and throughout my military career as well. But then also we have things like combat and, you know, living in really harsh conditions, fighting inside trenches, you know, evading drones, all sorts of stuff. It is something that I thought I was pretty prepared for, and for the better part I am. But, you know, the life of being a soldier in Ukraine at the moment, it's pretty hard. The only thing that I find quite hard about being here in Ukraine is the logistics. It's just a whole lot different from being in a NATO-run army, where we normally have a lot of things readily available, whereas here, if our vehicles break down, if something breaks, we have to fix it or find, you know, great volunteers like yourselves to help out and to help us maintain these things, which is a huge thing, to see the support from the local people and from people that are all around Ukraine willing to help out, you know, the military and things like that, because it's their people, it's their sons, it's their brothers, it's their uncles and their fathers. So it's huge, it's huge. That's probably the hardest thing, but also probably the most, you know, greatest thing as well. You know, I have a lot of happy memories of being in Jotiwari, but I also have a lot of happy memories of even in war, you know, and being in some really terrible situations, and, you know, seeing a lot of my friends, you know, still in high spirits, we may have accomplished a task or something like that, and you know, it's something very, very happy. And we're getting home and we all share a meal, have a drink of, you know, something, and then we go to bed, and you just go to bed thinking, wow, you know, I made it through that day, you know, and I get to do it again tomorrow. Saddest or, you know, unhappiest memory I have here is when I lost 2 of my friends here in one of our missions that we had. And, you know, it's war. You know, it's not the first time I've lost a friend. Won't be the last time I lose one. But every friend you lose is a very, very personal thing, especially in war. Yeah, I try not to sort of think too far ahead, especially with the job that I do. Every day is a dangerous day. Obviously, you know, there's specific people that I think about the future about and things like that. And it's nice to have those feelings just to sort of anchor yourself. I believe that if you don't have something like that to sort of pull you back into, you know, I guess the real world, saying that you can sometimes get lost in this one and you just won't want to leave it, or you'll find something else, you know, another war to participate in. I'll go to the Victory Day Parade in Kyiv, I guess. I'll probably, if I'm still in Ukraine and in that time, I'll most definitely probably go back to Zhovty and, you know, see all the people that, you know, were the inspiration for me loving this place to begin with. And then, you know, who knows from there? You know, eventually I want to come back to the places where I fought battles and, you know, and just sit there for a while and in a tree line or in a field that I couldn't have done that, you know, previously in the war, and just maybe explore these places, you know, where I fought battles in and, you know, ran around and stuff, and, you know, maybe even help rebuild them or things like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too sure. At the moment, I'm just thinking about, yeah, winning it. I hope that the people of Ukraine can, you know, rebuild their lives, rebuild their families, and begin to be a new Ukraine that, you know, understands what these last few years have been about since 2014. It's not going to be easy and it's going to be very hard, but they're going to always be there. So you have to find a way to sort of push forward. Even myself as a soldier, I won't allow myself to be in a position where I would mistreat a Russian soldier or do something, you know, that was cruel. So, you know, I think we have to acknowledge the past. I think we have to acknowledge the present, but also know that the future is going to be a very, very hard place, and that it only gets harder if we can't cooperate together. And I know that's going to be a very, very, very hard thing to do. But I just hope that Ukraine can do it. Ukraine is obviously strong enough. Just got to do it now.